Hello and welcome to ID10 Tango, where two idiots tell you about the world and ask questions that you've just always wanted to ask. So, relax and just fucking sit there while we delve into idiocracy. Woo!
Alright, now that I got my fidget spinner, we are back.
Oh, Lord.
Back to what? Episode 5.
Episode 5. Yeah,
Cinco.
And I have a...
Pregunta?
I got something for you, and I'm just kind of wondering if it's a coincidence or not. Did you notice that Chris Crocker?
Who?
Chris Crocker, the Leave Britney Alone guy,
Who?
disappeared. And Lady Gaga appeared?
I've never heard of this conspiracy, as you would say.
Well, it is a conspiracy. So, I think that we're going to have to leave this one alone. We're not going to do conspiracies today. I want to ask you about something lucky. Something about luck. More like superstition.
Like a 4-leaf clover.
Like a 4-leaf clover. Do you believe in superstition?
I
don't know why you're I would just ask the question.
I want to say no, but I mean there are some things that you could have more belief in than others.
Are you talking about like maybe
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot, but I'm talking more like luck at this point. We'll go into Bigfoot later.
Oh, absolutely not. I could find a 4-leaf clover and the next day the world will end, so...
So you don't believe in luck at all?
Not entirely, no.
Okay, did you...
It's sad because I'm Irish.
Did you play sports?
Yes.
Alright, did you have anything lucky that you had to wear or you felt like you needed to do before a game?
Nope.
No, not at all?
Nope, just went to the game and did my best. Because,
really?
hashtag team player.
Yeah, but what did you play?
Baseball.
And you had no superstitions and you played baseball. They made 0 sense.
No? I just went out in the field in all my glory. I sucked, but...
Man, I don't know what it was. I think because we were poor, I did wear the same socks, but I would wash them. It was more along the lines of, if you'd win, you'd want to do the exact same thing over and over again. And that feels lucky to you. It's like, which I find crazy for you playing baseball and you didn't have anything. But whenever let's just put hockey out there. Hockey, when the playoffs start, they stop shaving. Because it's good luck to grow a beard. And you try to grow the longest beard you possibly can. Joe Thornton's been growing a beard for apparently ever because his beard is amazing. It's big as shit.
I mean, if they were like... If I was on a team and they said we're going to grow our beards out for good luck, then I'd do it. Yeah. But I wouldn't personally have any, like, self-rituals, like wearing the same jockstrap over and over again.
So you have no personal rituals that are going to really come out and just be like, oh yeah, this is me. This is how I get lucky. This is how I do.
No.
No?
No.
Ooh, okay. No.
No. No, lemon pledge.
I think that I've been lucky in a lot of aspects for timing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, that's where my idea of luck changes, because, like, you get lucky that you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
So as a result of that, something good happens to you. But luck in the sense of just something happening because of one other thing, besides time and place, isn't really... Like, I'm not...
Alright, so do you think luck has to do with an outcome?
What do you mean? Like...
So, let's say you are in right time and place to grab someone before they go and jump off a bridge. I don't know. And you're there. Is that luck because you saved them?
That's luck because you were in that place at that time and you were able to save their life.
Okay, but what if you weren't able to save their life?
Sorry.
Are you considering that bad luck?
No.
You're not considering that bad luck at all?
I consider I was maybe a minute too late, or they jumped before, as I was walking up to them because they didn't want to be saved.
Don't save them.
Don't save her.
Don't want to be saved, don't save them.
Right.
No.
So I don't consider it bad luck if a cat walked in front of me. My luck would be just the same as it was before, and then if I picked up a 4-leaf clover, it still wouldn't change. So. Yeah,
but think about it like this: it's a results-based feeling.
And I don't get the results. So. Because
if you don't get a result, let's just say you're just walking around and you've passed by this girl a couple of times and you don't ask her out,
that's personal.
That's a personal thing. It's not bad luck. But if you're going to ask her out, you get up the courage to go ask her out,
and you trip and fall on your face, that's where your bad luck comes in.
I was going to say, and she just stops coming there.
Oh.
Is that bad luck?
No, that's another personal thing. And it's going to make me feel really crappy about myself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's...
See, with my luck, I get up the courage to ask her out, and I'd probably spit all over her face as I was trying to say it.
And
there's the bad luck.
Some countries, I believe that is a delicacy, so you should be fine.
Yeah, especially in sodomy.
So, luck is one of those things that people get very superstitious about. We've all heard the stories of baseball players who don't change their socks and don't ever wash them.
Right.
Or and they're in almost every movie. There's some lucky piece of article, like clothing or a backpack, like in Jurassic Park #2. Oh, a lucky pack. But your lucky pack was just there. Sure, it's lucky, but at the same time, any backpack would have caught on that damn thing. You know what I mean? So, I think it's overused. I think luck is overused.
But it also makes people feel better when they have that that thing that makes them feel lucky, I guess. So if they don't change their socks, it makes them feel lucky.
Yeah,
if they have so it makes them feel better. It's more of a comfort thing.
So really, it's a mental thing.
Righteous.
Luck is a mental thing.
Righteous.
Yeah, baby. Putting in the shrimp on the baby. I don't know why I just turned Australian there, but yeah. So let's go a little bit more into superstition. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're superstitious," but they mean something different than just luck. They mean you believe in ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts?
Not entirely. Never really experienced personally anything.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're walking alone in a darkened house for a while, you start to get weird feelings just out of, things you've seen from the movies. It starts to freak you out.
Yeah.
But I've never actually experienced anything where that would make me believe in it. I've just watched movies, and a lot of those are fake and funny. So
I believe in ghosts, and the reason why is we can't even find all the fish in the sea and all the bugs that are on this world. We're still finding new stuff. So that means there's got to be something else. You know what I mean? Something that we can't see. We could be living in a whole world where spectrals are doing their own thing. What if they're just living? They're just living their lives afterwards. And it's just ghosts everywhere. And they're just dude, they're walking through the walls, but really we look like ghosts to them because we're walking through the other walls. So, hey, Mom. Mom's back from outer space. Just turn around now.
Guess who's back again. Mom is back.
Hey. So
I grew up across from 3 different cemeteries, so I figured if they were, I would have had some.
Was this all in one house?
Freaky. Yeah, there's 2 different cemeteries across from my house.
Were you the cemetery keeper? Because that sounds like you're in the middle of a fucking cemetery.
No, I was right across the street.
Oh, that's weird. You never saw anything crazy?
No.
I still believe. I still believe.
Do you believe?
Because, I mean, there are certain things where you watch a video. I think the videos are the ones that are the easiest to just debunk and kind of screw around with. Because you can make a video into bullshit.
Yeah, like
people mess with videos constantly.
Like all the ghost stories on TV. It's like if you are here, do something.
Yeah.
And then a rat scurries across the floor, and you're just like, oh, that was. What is your name?
Yeah.
John. I am Steve.
They never have cool names either. You want them to come out with like Seamus or some crazy ass
something believable. So what's actually crazy is like I still like to, as much as I don't believe in it, I still like to hear the stories. So actually, one of the more popular shows on TV that covers the ghost stories actually went to my city and did the Stadium Theater in my city because that thing's like old as shit. So they actually did a story on that and they went through all out it, but it's the same thing. If there are any spirits here, say something, do something weird. But so they're inside this 100-year-old building. And outside is a busy city.
Yeah.
So they're like, if you do something, if there's actually a spirit here, and you just hear, and it's like, oh, whoa, we've heard about strange things happening, but now we're experiencing it for ourselves.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. Some of them, most of them, I'm like, all right, I don't necessarily. I'm like, okay, that's whatever. But the ones I have seen that are pretty cool are the ones where they'll leave like the flashlight on the table and be like, if you can turn that flashlight on, turn it on, and it'll boop boop. And you're like, oh man, that's a ghost.
But you ever go somewhere and you just feel like really creeped out?
Yeah.
So back to that ghost story, they did the town over from me.
Yeah.
At the old monastery, which is a library now. So I watched it, and I've been in that library, and even in the middle of the day. When you're in that library, it is not a comforting feeling.
Really?
Like it is not comforting. So back when
Nam?
No, back when the pilgrims first arrived here, over in that monastery, the Narragansett Indians grabbed a whole bunch, snagged a whole bunch of pioneers and skinned them alive and hung them by their feet upside down.
Holy shit!
So then when they were found, they got buried. And then they unearthed the skeletons a couple years back. So there's a lot of that stuff that they were covering, and then it was also a monk monastery too.
Yeah. And
there used to be an insemination chamber in the monastery. So when the monks died, they were burnt. They were cremated.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have died there.
Yeah, but I feel like monks wouldn't be.
No,
but the place out. God, they're probably like, oh, finally, peace and quiet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But it's just like one of those eerie places because it's an old ass monastery.
Yeah.
Back in the woods. It's kind of set back in the woods. It's surrounded by woods. It's always it's never really bright over there either. It's always kind of just dark.
Really.
So it's really weird.
So there are certain aspects you believe in.
It's cool to think about in the long run, but like I said, I've never personally experienced anything where I'm like, oh my god, this is real.
Well, I mean, I don't see dead people, so I can't really say that I've seen ghosts.
Not like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No, it's very true. What was she in?
Ghost Whisperer.
Oh Lord, I was thinking more of like Bruce Willis, but okay. The Sixth Sense.
No.
Oh God, you're fucking killing me. Anyways.
Softly with his words.
Yeah, so I think that there are, man. I think there are ghosts. I think that I walk into places that they're like, oh, it's haunted, and I'm nervous, but at the same time, it's more along the lines of, all right, I'm gonna just go with the flow and kind of make it like a fun thing, because if you look like you're having fun, The ghosts are gonna have fun too.
Obviously.
That's the rules. They gotta follow them. But
that's what you want to think.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's more like the videos you can whatever. You can freaking change any photo nowadays. We have a million filters, and then so really the best thing to pass on about ghost stories is the actual stories.
Right.
You know what I mean? The stories can sound outlandish, but you kind of believe the stories more than you do a video or a picture, because you're like, oh man, you know, that's good for that stuff, but nowadays everything can be fixed and changed up. So right. It's like,
and everything everybody says is the truth anyway, so
it's true.
Obviously.
That's why I only get my ghost stories from the bathroom stalls. It's the most important place. It's the only place that's not fake news.
You are fake news.
So can you think of anything else that might be superstitious?
The flicker of the wrist.
Whoa.
Bigfoot.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Sure. I believe there could be something weird out there.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of Chernobyl happened. There's a lot of weird animals out there now.
Yeah, but
gorillas.
Bigfoot was a thing before Chernobyl.
Yeah, gorillas evolved into people.
Yeah.
Bigfoot could have just gotten really fucked up and stopped in the middle.
Okay, so you think he's the missing link?
I don't know what he is.
Or do you think it's like a split off? You know what I mean? Because let's say humans went one direction, monkeys, apes, and all them went another direction, and then who says that there can't be another evolutionary way that it could have gone?
Right. Or how he could have been made in a factory.
He could have been.
He could have been a science experiment gone wrong, and they were like, "Go free in Minnesota."
That's true. There's a whole bunch of different like stuff that happened in Germany and Russia and America during those friggin' World War II. But do you believe that he has, like, where do you think he would actually live?
In the woods somewhere.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm talking like region-wise.
Somewhere colder, more northern tier.
Yeah, more than northern tier, right?
Like Minnesota, Canada.
Yeah, Canada and stuff like that. I think so too.
Somewhere that's not like covered in snow constantly, but like never really gets above like 60, 70.
Yeah, I mean he's got a nice ass coat.
Yeah,
got a nice coat. Probably a great beard.
Obviously, what if Bigfoot is really just a guy in a ghillie suit walking around for 80 years?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the same guy. What if it's like he's been teaching his children to do this, and this is the only way they know how to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Subculture.
Scary.
But for them to last that long, they would have to, like, there'd have to be male and female Bigfoots, unless they're like asexual, where they just like give birth to one Bigfoot, and that one has a baby to another Bigfoot. But I mean, how long would they last and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
What if they're like turtles and they just live forever?
What if it's just one?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the Yeti also?
Yeah, he's like 150 years old right now.
He'd be older than that if he's the only one. I mean, it's just I think it's cool. You know?
Cool.
There's no way we found everything.
Oh,
no
obviously
freaking
not.
way.
You're still finding things way under the sea because we can't reach it yet.
Yeah. I mean, they've recently found like new bugs, new friggin' frogs and stuff like that. So why can't we find, why can't there be a Bigfoot? And I'm talking multiple of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's probably a good amount of them.
They're probably they're really good at hiding.
Yeah.
And they probably hide in places nobody goes. Like, there's places deep in the woods. Like, why am I going to go there?
Yeah, you can't even get there in
right.
some of the places. So why would you even try? I think that's where they are. I think they're in Canada. I think they're in Northern America. They're probably over in Russia. Probably Finland, Norway, that area.
Nah, that's a little bit too far north.
No, not really. I mean, it gets cold, but there's still woods and stuff over there. And there's not a lot of area over there that's covered by city.
Truth.
So, but I think those are considered Yetis.
Yeti? I thought Yetis were kind of like the white haired thing.
Yeah, but they're the same thing as a Bigfoot, right?
Well, Yetis are a little more described a little more dangerous.
Yeah, but that's because they're so cold.
Cold inside and outside.
Cold inside and outside, man. What if like the Yetis are keeping the Bigfoots down because the Yetis are white?
Well, that's in Russia, though.
That's in Russia.
That's in Russia. This is America. God damn it!
Whoa. Okay.
This is in 1955.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize now. You can stop. You can stop fighting yourself. Okay.
No, I always fight myself.
So, let's see. What else would be like a supernatural thing, or what the hell? Or like, what the hell are we talking about? Superstition. Do you think, like, what would be another one?
So we talk about ghosts. How about demons?
Well, yeah, you could talk about demons.
Demons. Let's look up a list of superstitions.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was going to talk about voodoo.
Ooh.
But that has to deal with demons also.
That does have to do with demons.
So, demons are in almost every culture. Same with ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that kind of just, like, how did the demon... And they're all... Really, ghosts are kind of a thing that's been around forever. You don't really hear about, like, too many changes about a ghost. You know what I mean? Or about demons. Like, demons are these... I mean, I've heard about new demons. Well, not new demons, but stuff I haven't heard about. Right? So... But... I think voodoo is definitely for the people who... Or really not even voodoo, more like mystics. Like palm readers and stuff like that. That's superstition. Because I don't think you can read the future in your palm. And if any palm readers want to come give me a palm reading, I will fully allow that to happen. I just want to see what happens. And I know there are people that believe in it, and all you can do at that point is really, love and care for those people because they're sick. I'm just kidding. They're not sick, but I don't see how you can read the future out of someone's palm. Can you?
No, I wouldn't. Now, if I got it done for free, and they were like, "I want to read your palm," I'd let them do it, and then I'd see where it goes for in the future with that, and then that would change it. But a lot of those things are just asking general questions and then narrowing it down off of that.
Yeah.
I sense you are a male. Yeah. You are sad and lonely. What? How'd you know? Like,
from the eyes.
Yeah. So, but it's the little things. So you look at your hand. There's no ring on it.
Yeah.
You walk into the tent by yourself.
Yeah. I think the ones that impress me the most are like, have you seen those bone reading ones where they drop all those bones and they can read the bones out of the stuff?
I think that's another thing where they pull the shit out of their ass.
I don't know, man. That seems pretty cool. That seems pretty legit. You reading bones, bro.
No.
I believe that one.
Or the cards.
The tarot cards are all up for interpretation.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
What if you pull a death card? We're all going to die.
No, it just means the ending of something. Which is technically the same thing as, like, the rapture that everyone talks about. All it is a death of a certain age. It could be, all right, you know what? We are no longer in whatever age we're in. Now it's all like, holy shit.
We're in the age of millennials.
Well, yeah.
# rock on.
I mean, that's the thing is the apocalypse, right? The apocalypse technically is like, it's just the death of something. So it doesn't have to be the death of everyone. It could mean this is the death of people being able to say what they want, because after 2012, you weren't able to say anything because everyone got fucking butthurt about everything.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right?
After they made that movie about the world ending, and I was all freaked out.
Yep. Everyone thought the world was going to end. In reality, your opinions ended. You have to agree with the masses, or else your opinions don't matter.
Unless you're a bigot. Speaking of bigots, I just want to say something.
Okay.
So, based off the definition of a bigot,
yes,
people who call other people bigots are also bigots.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the whole point.
But they don't identify.
No, well, you can identify as a bigot. How dare you identify someone as a bigot? They identify themselves as a bigot.
No, they identify you as one.
Yeah, but they can't identify me as one because I'm not identifiable. I can be identified by whatever I want to be. I'm a tiger!
I am a hippopotamus.
Oh, hippopotamus, my rome's so bottomless. That's the Flight of Conchords. But
any Hoosiers?
Yeah. So I think that it's like you said. Those are superstition, because that's something that's like, all right, you're using generalities and stuff like that. Now, I have met people and I know people that have gotten very, like, kind of in-depth fortunes told. And I do believe there are probably people out there that can probably see that stuff. And they gotta make money somehow.
Or they can predict it, or they're just like really good at predicting it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nostradamus. Nostradamus predicted all of these different things happening, and they've happened. The last thing he predicted was the 2012 apocalypse, right? All that stuff. I don't remember the exact saying and stuff like that, but he predicted a whole bunch of stuff. He predicted like World War I. He predicted like just a whole bunch of crazy shit. Like that you like were like, holy crap! All right, dang, that's crazy.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Well, he was wrong with the last one.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, which 2012 was he talking about?
Well,
at some point, we're gonna have to switch things again. We went from BC to AD.
Well, we don't have to. The Jewish calendar doesn't.
I want to be dead, so.
The Jewish calendar's on like 4,000 or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So in Israel, they're in like year 4,000 and what?
Yeah, they're in year 4,000 something. Ethiopia is in the year 2007. Yeah. I don't really know why, but they're in the year 2007. So.
Well, can't really go to those countries and be like, it's 2017, and they're like, what?
Yeah. So it's different,
Based off how they count,
yeah.
Which is also based off the religion too. So, if you think about that, everything that we go off of for time and date is based off, or at least the date is based off religion. Well, no, it's not really based off of religion. Not really. No, I just realized that. Nope.
Yeah, it's based off of...
Silly me.
Yeah, it's just based off of the number of how it would break down and the number of days and all that stuff.
They started to count down, and then they got to 0, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think they waited a little bit, didn't they?
I have no idea.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I wasn't,
I wasn't alive.
I was young back then.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I wasn't even a thought in my parents' mind.
Do you feel like past lives are superstition?
Maybe, but I have heard some interesting stories where people, like, kids will recall past lives, and they'll take that kid to the whatever past life they're talking about.
Yeah.
And they'll tell the family about it, and the family will sit there and agree that it all happens.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like apparently, I guess there was like a story about this like little 4 or 5 year old kid.
Yeah.
And he learned to talk at a decent, like a pretty young age.
Oh, I was like, well, I hope he learned to talk.
At a pretty young age, but he kept recalling all these things that had happened.
Yeah.
Back in like 19 something.
What
and
the hell?
like recalling war stories or whatever. So, and like it was a war that had actually happened. So that they took the kid to the family, and the kid started to tell the family about what the wife used to do or whatever, and he used to do, and the wife was like, "Yeah," and it was coming, and like it was all coming from a 6-year-old kid, and then But and then the husband would have died like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And the kid was 6.
Oh, so that's more of like a...
and then they go, and then he's just telling all these stories about this guy's life.
Well, that's more of like a reincarnation kind of a thing, too. So, yeah, I mean, have you ever heard the superstition about if a person is murdered, they get a birthmark where they were murdered? Like how they were murdered and stuff like that?
Like as a reincarnation?
Yeah, so like whenever the kid's born, they see a birthmark, and they know that the person that kid has just like been prior was murdered, and sometimes they can recall it.
Really?
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting.
What if you just got a birthmark, like all over your face?
It's like you got shot or something like that, or yeah.
Shotgun to the face, and that's your birthmark.
I used to have a cousin who had a birthmark like that, so it was like it was weird, kind of like, holy shit, huh?
I went to school with a girl that had a birthmark like all down her eye.
Yeah. It's one of those things you're like, oh wow, all right. You know, I don't think like if I had a birthmark. I mean, I do have a birthmark, but it's like in between my toes, which means I was murdered. Or I got a paper cut.
If it's in between your toes, your person you were reincarnated as might have been a heroin junkie and overdosed.
Ow, through the toes?
Yeah, you've never heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it. That just fucking still sounds horrible. Ugh. Yeah. It's like when Steve-O... Was it Steve-O who cut the insides of his fucking fingers?
Oh, no, I don't know.
With paper cuts? Yeah, it was
Imagine with a knife.
Well, he did it with paper cuts, which I feel like is worse. Yeah. I feel like that just... Can't do it.
So we know who your past life was?
Steve-O.
No, a heroin junkie. Sorry.
Heroin junkie. Or a person who was murdered. Let's go with that.
Or a person who just stubbed their toe really hard on a pine needle.
That's true. Oh my god, that's how I died. Son of a bitch!
Dead.
Death. So, superstition's pretty cool though. Because it can take you into some weird places.
Some weird horizons.
Absolutely. It's one of those things. It's like, all right, well, do I believe in this or do I not believe in this?
Just like with everything else, you gotta pick and choose.
Yeah, but I feel like if you believe, it's more of a possibility of coming true.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So if you believe in your hand, in palm readings, and I'm reading your palm, and you are just like super into it, and you're like, oh yeah, this is exactly it. This is exactly it. The second something like that happens, anywhere close to it, you're like, that's it. But that's what they were talking about.
Then the second it goes wrong, you're going to be like, a whole bunch of phonies.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still not, and it takes a lot for people to kind of just go away from it. You know what I mean? Because if you believe in one, you're going to go kind of believe in another one. You're not going to just be like, oh, there's no way that all these people all of them are fake. All of them are fake. You know, most people give second chances. Pretty good at giving second chances. Joe does not give second chances. I've been out to eat with him, and he's blacklisted places, and he does not allow people to go there again.
He's very picky, though.
He is very picky. His wife is not allowed to go to those places. But that's the thing. Not everyone's like Joe. Most people give, like, second chances to stuff like that.
Right.
You know, if they're like, oh, they were just probably having a bad day. No, stuff like that. But that still comes into, a superstition kind of a thing is if you believe in it once, you're probably going to believe in it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except for friendships. Friendships can go away so quick.
Yeah. But
so sad.
But friendships come and go all the time, and I mean, I've had countless friends that have come and gone.
Yeah.
But as long as I still have the ones I care about, like I've had the same 2 friends since kindergarten, and then.
Well, you're like 8 now, right?
Yeah, 8 going on 35. So I have the friends I want, the ones that have come and gone over the years. I mean, I don't want to say I don't care that I've lost them, but it it doesn't bother me as much because I have who I want as friends.
Yeah. You know, my mom always used to tell me, friends are there for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I think that's probably one of the coolest things I've ever heard, because I moved around a lot as a kid. So it was, you know what, these guys are here for a reason, or they're here for a season, and hopefully I'll get some for a lifetime. I don't have many for a lifetime because I don't like any of you. But it's okay.
Well, I have 2 lifetimes, and then most of the other ones have been seasons.
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends in middle school, and as soon as we hit high school, I lost about half of them. And then as soon as I graduated, I only talked to the 2 lifetimes.
Well, I mean, you did go down the emo route, so they probably were upset that you kept stealing their makeup.
No, I didn't!
Oh, God, he's getting mad.
I stole my girlfriend's makeup instead.
Okay, alright, we're gonna have to take a break. You're getting upset. Alright, we'll be right back.
Ah!
This is Caveman Collie, and you are listening to ID10 Tango, the only podcast with style. So strap in and let's go.
Hello, and thanks for sticking with us. Now is the part of the show where we ask each other questions that are just dumb as fuck. But you just want to know, don't you? So let's do it. And we are back. So, Sean.
If.
It is the question time.
If.
And we're going to do a little bit of a, kind of an interview thing a little bit.
If.
So, because we don't have a guest today.
Yeah.
So we're going to, okay. We get it. Yes.
Yeah.
We get it. All right.
Okay.
So, I have a couple questions for you.
What kind of questions?
Well, these are just normal questions, and then I'm going to ask you a weird question later.
Okay.
All right. What's a game you can dominate when you play it? Like a board game. We'll do board game and we'll do like a video game.
A board game I can dominate.
Yeah.
Connect 4.
Really?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I can line those motherfuckers up like nothing.
Nice. You can count to 4, so that's good.
I can. Monopoly is hard. Chess, I'm good at until like the end, and then I fall apart and I lose almost every time.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, that's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about video games? What's a game that you're just like, this is my game?
Battlefield.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love Battlefield. And I'm not like the best gamer, but I do pretty average at most games.
All right.
Now let's reciprocate that question.
Well, I love playing board games. Absolutely love them. I think board games are the coolest shit in the world. Now, with that being said, I feel like I'm very good at Risk. However, my dad beats me.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about Risk.
Yeah, Risk I'm pretty good at. I'm decent at chess. There's a couple of other games that I'm okay at, but it's more along the lines of like chess or something like that. Or not chess, but Risk. Risk is a big one for me.
I can normally win Risk or chess by stupidity. So, and not like I don't know how to play, I'm being stupid, but people, like, I'll do something and people are like, why are you doing that? That's stupid. And then, like 4 or 5 moves later, I've got half their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So and then I win, and they're like, well.
No, yeah, that's the whole point, Yeah. And it's like, all right, this is mine now. So I think for video games, there's a game called Hawken that is like, it's kind of like Armored Core a little bit, except for everyone, like, it's just everyone going up against each other and these big-ass robots shooting each other and stuff like that. And I just kind of bought it. It was for free, I think. And I was like, oh, sure, whatever, I'll play it. And I don't know what happened, but I played like probably 50 games. I lost 1. So I was just killing it. Yeah, like the first couple of them, I wasn't that great, but we won. And then like after that, I just took over. Everything was that's my game. I mean, I'm pretty good at Assassin's Creed, but it's more that.
I mean, Assassin's Creed is kind of hard to be awful at.
Yeah, it's also true. What is the longest time you've been awake?
The longest time I've been awake?
How long?
I think I've hit 32 hours before.
Okay.
And it wasn't even on purpose. Like I'm gonna stay up this late. I was on day shift.
Yeah.
So I woke up from my day shift, and then I worked my 12 hours, and then I couldn't sleep that night at all.
Yeah.
So I ended up staying awake all night, and then I had another shift the next day.
Oh, okay.
So by the time I finally got home and fell asleep, I'd been up for almost like 32 hours.
Nice.
And what's your record?
About 50.
Holy shit.
Yeah. We had to do. We were in Afghanistan. We were in Iraq, and we had a incident happen where an individual was killed by a roadside bomb, and we worked weird hours. We worked from midnight to like 12, and they were doing a memorial for him at I think it was 4:30ish. So they didn't let us go to bed. We actually had to go set up this memorial for him. So we set up the memorial, and by the time it was over and we did it all down, it was about 10 o'clock. 9:30, 10 o'clock. So it was kind of no point to go to bed because we had to work that next, in 2 hours. Mm-hmm. So, we have to get there early. We have to get our guns. We have to make sure everything's ready. So we get there, we work, and we had to go to a meeting right after that. And I almost fell out of the Humvee because we took our doors off. I almost fell out probably 9 or 10 times, just falling asleep. And if it wasn't for the seatbelt saved lives. It saved my life. That was my big one. Yeah, that was about 50 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You start to get not schizophrenic. People say after 36 hours you start to kind of pretty much go crazy.
Yeah, you do a little bit. You're just you have to figure out stuff to keep yourself awake. So you sit up in the turret of a Humvee, or you go walking around. It's just something to do. You're at lunch or whenever we would go get food, I was just putting hot sauce on fucking everything to kind of keep myself up and stuff like that. I wasn't eating heavy shit either. I was eating kind of light to kind of frickin' do all that. I was sniffing near beer just to frickin' stay awake. I had to do something. It was crazy.
I noticed after hour 18, I get in a huge haze.
Yeah.
So I can after being up for 18 hours, which is normally how we work nights. So by 4 o'clock in the morning, that's normally hour 18 for me.
Yeah.
So by then, I'm normally I'm in a haze, and if I'm up any time past that, I can still do whatever I need to do, but after I go to bed, I'm not gonna remember the details of it.
So true.
It's between hour 16 or 18 and beyond, I'll just hit this hazy wall where I can do whatever you need me to do, and do it well. But if I fall asleep and come back the next day and you ask me about it, I probably won't give you the best. I probably won't recall it too well.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, I did it. And they're like, well, do you remember what we talked about? Yeah, absolutely not.
Like, no,
absolutely
I
not.
couldn't remember a damn
Absolutely the hell
not. Okay, let's see. It's another one more real quick question, and then we'll go into our main question.
How big is your family?
My family is massive. Are we talking immediate family, or are we talking the family?
Let's go the family.
All right, the family's huge. I have 2 dads, 2 moms. So I have 4 parents. And then with all those combined, I have 4 brothers and 1 sister.
Jesus.
Yep. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 aunts and uncles. 5 aunts and uncles, 6 aunts and uncles. I'm stupid. And then with them, I have a lot of cousins, but not as much as us. But then my brother, he has 4 children, so I have 4 nieces and nephews. Yep. I think he got snipped because I was was begging him. I couldn't handle it anymore. So I was like, yeah. So then we have that, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of grandparents that are all still alive.
Holy shit.
Yep. And then I have 1 great grandmother left. I actually just lost one of my great grandmothers 3 days ago.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was 88.
Wow.
Yeah. She was cool as hell.
Wow.
Yeah, so what about you, Shan?
Big family. My family's not that big. My mom's side is fairly small. So it's my mom, and she's got 2 brothers. One just passed away last year. So she's got 1 brother so I got 1 uncle on that side, and he's got 2 kids. So I've got 2 cousins, my aunt, and then my mom's got cousins, and then they've got kids, so they're my cousins as well. But we're not as tight as I am with my uncle and his kids.
Yeah. And
then on my dad's side is just, I don't even fucking know. My dad himself, he's got 1, 2, 3. I think he's one of 5 kids.
Okay, I know the feeling.
Mm-hmm. So he's got 3 sisters and a brother, and he only talks to maybe 1 or 2 of them on the on a frequent basis.
Yeah.
And then his mom is still alive, and his dad died in the early 90s. So,
okay.
but my grandmother and my grandmother herself also has 5 or 6 brothers and sisters, and then I think 1 or 2 of them died in World War II.
Yeah.
And then one of them just died recently, I think. So it's my grandmother and all her brothers and sisters, and then all her kids, and then her kids have kids.
And then those kids have kids.
Yeah, right. And then her brothers and sisters have kids. So it's just a huge extension of cousins and kids that are cousins and aunts and uncles and whatnot on my dad's side. But there's only a select few that we keep in touch with and talk to on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Everybody else is sometimes we'll get some news from them or we'll see them on a family reunion, but we don't keep as we really talk to my dad's two sisters.
Yeah.
And then their kids, and that's really it.
Okay.
And then a few of his cousins.
All right.
But I have 2 grandmothers that are still alive. One's 93, 94, and still kicking. And she's well at that age where she doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, gam.
So she's waiting for her day and just delivering out the savagery until that day comes.
Yeah.
And then my other grandmother's 78, 79. And then I've lost both my... I never met one grandfather, and then my other grandfather died a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And that's that.
All right. Well, I have a question.
Is it really fucked up?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
All right. How would you introduce your boyfriend to your dad?
If I was gay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's a toughie.
Yeah. I don't think...
And this is for straight guys. So, gay dudes out there, maybe we have an answer for how you're going to come out to your parents.
Right. So my dad's old.
Yeah?
Older. My dad's 68.
Oh, my God.
Right. Yeah, my dad's 68.
That was before the moon was invented.
Yeah, he was literally a nam.
Yeah.
So yeah, my dad's 68. So he's still. I think being his only son, it would be.
Would it crush him?
Yeah, I think it would crush my whole family if I.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, for a while, my grandmother thought somebody. It wasn't me. She thought somebody in my family might have been gay, and she was. She didn't. It wasn't. She's not. She's obviously not. But she thought maybe there was a chance, and she was devastated at the thought of it.
Really?
I have a very old-fashioned family.
Oh, okay.
And my dad can get pretty racist. But when it comes to like homosexuality and whatnot, they wouldn't be mad and shun me out, but they'd definitely be disappointed and crushed.
Yeah, but how are you gonna?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it would be very tricky for me to, first of all, just to come out and be like, "Hey, I'm gay."
Okay, so
which I'm not. Hashtag Sean's dick.
So your dad knows that you're gay. How do you introduce your boyfriend?
Same way I'd introduce a girlfriend.
Really?
Hey, this is because the hardest part is telling him that I am.
I think after that, you know.
Yeah, after that, like he'd be disappointed, but he's still loving you. Yeah, to my dad, like if I'm happy, he doesn't care. Yeah. Well, he cares that I'm happy. Well, so yeah.
He fucking hates when you're happy.
Yeah, he fucking hates it. So. So if once I tell him that I'm gay and it gets like all the disappointment out of my entire family, and I want to meet somebody, it would just be a matter of taking them and be like, hey, this is.
Well, I mean, would you make it like kind of like not necessarily a spectacle, but more along the lines of a, hey, can we all go out to dinner or?
No, I just
take him straight to the house.
Take him like, hey, this is. I don't think. Hey,
this is the dick I suck.
Yeah, If the dude wasn't a flamer, I don't think it would be a big deal. Okay. Like if he was like another me where you couldn't really, if you couldn't really look at him and tell. But if he was a straight up flamer, it would not get approved.
Well, I don't think they're called flamers there.
Well, they're. Sean. I don't care. But I'm not gay. I'm straight. Hashtag Sean's dick. Hit us up on the Instagrams and whatnot and meet me.
Yep. Now I think that if I brought home my boyfriend, first off, it would probably be Shane Perry, right? I already told you. I feel like we would have a very good relationship. And second off, I think my parents would go, oh, finally. I feel like they've waited years for me to tell them I was gay. But then I came home with a girl, so they're like, "Oh my god!"
You came home with a British cover-up.
I came home with that's what it is.
She's actually 007.
That's what it is. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Yeah. But I think that if I came home, it would be I think it'd be weird to introduce them because I don't like introducing people anyways. They just kind of show up and hey, this is it. This is who. This is who. But I think it'd be more along the lines of I'm going to, because I don't live near my parents. So let's say I live near my parents, it would be I'm having a get together. Can you guys come over? And then I introduce the boyfriend.
So, would they be disappointed or crushed when they found out you were gay?
No, they would think that my parents do not give a shit. Whatever.
My mom literally was like, I don't know what we were talking about or how it came up, but basically she wouldn't say she wouldn't shun me out. She'd just be like, I'd be disappointed if you were gay. And well, I'm not, and I think it would just fall like that for the rest of my family.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I mean, your parents are older.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents are older. My parents are pretty young still, so. It's more of that, the age difference and stuff like that. So my parents wouldn't care. They'd be like, yeah, we fucking do it. And that's the thing is like, I think it's, I hear these stories of like the people who are gay and they come out to their family and their family's like, what? That's crazy. Like, you kind of can tell.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to think of my dad's reaction when I told him. He'd probably be reading the paper, and I go and sit down and be like, Dad, listen, I gotta tell you something.
And he'd fold that paper corner down.
No, he kind of put it down, and I tell him, and he'd fucking slam the paper down and be like, what? Be like, I don't know what you want me to say. And he'd kind of just sit there and stare at me. Yeah. And not really say much. But he wouldn't shun me out or anything.
Yeah.
And then he'd probably come up to me a few hours later and be like, let's talk about this.
Yeah. Are you prepared financially for this? That's not how it goes.
What? No.
But, yeah. I feel like us good question.
That was a good question. Because my family wouldn't take it the best.
Yeah.
My
family wouldn't give a shit. They would still make fun of us. Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they wouldn't make fun of me or anything, but it wouldn't go over as well as it might with other people.
Yeah.
So.
This is Hans Danger, and you've been listening to ID10 Tango. Remember to like, comment, or subscribe, or email me at ID10Tango, TANGO@hotmail.com. Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. FMK! FMK! FMK!
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
FMK. 9 seconds. Okay. So, let's see.
Our 3 people this week are...
Yes, our 3 people this week are Harrison Ford.
Tim Allen.
Muhammad Ali. Alright, now, you got to go already.
We both went.
No, I didn't go. I used one of my friends.
Oh, okay.
I used one of my friends. Do you want to text one of yours?
I don't know who will answer, so no.
Well,
so I think this should come down to you. If you haven't gotten a choice yet.
I mean, I got the choice in the first one. I just didn't choose after that. So let us see.
Let's phone a friend.
You want to phone a friend? Phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. I mean, I got a couple friends here, but I'm just gonna give you mine now. And then we can phone your friend, and we can figure out everything that's going on. All right. If I'm gonna do anything, I am absolutely what?
Can we ask him?
Yeah, he was active an hour ago. Just hit him up. Just text him real quick. Find out if he's there. So if I'm gonna do this, I am absolutely marrying Harrison Ford.
Okay.
Alright? I am fucking Tim Allen. Because I feel like he's got longer hair. I feel like he'd be a little bit bitter about it, but that's kind of what I want, a little bit about it. Want to be mad at me. And I'm killing Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that Parkinson's is getting in the way.
Well, remember, it's in their prime. So I think the thing is that if they're in their prime, I do not want Muhammad Ali, who's probably hung. And what if he gets mad at me? Well, he could knock me the fuck out.
He's also Muslim too, so they don't believe in same.
Well, yeah, but other religions don't either.
That's true. That is true.
But that's the thing is, like, if he gets upset at me,
knock the fuck out,
and he
man.
knocks me out, like, what am I can't do anything. I can't defend myself. I can barely defend myself against food. Right? I don't even do that very well.
Hey, you go over here, Dustin, ready to fight? Hey, no, Donut, please.
Donut, stop it. So I think that's, I'd have to kill Muhammad Ali.
Okay, so Muhammad Ali is out. That was quick.
Muhammad Ali is out, yeah. So he only lasted 1 episode.
Yep, Tim Allen and Harrison Ford are still going strong.
It's true. Now, I've been thinking a lot about this. A lot. Okay? Do I change up the formula a little bit and throw in a woman?
Man. I feel like a woman. Yeah, sure.
Because
why are we just doing...
I don't know. People have just been throwing out dudes. And
yeah, why are we just throwing out dudes
I didn't really
here?
understand that. So I threw out dudes initially just because I wanted it to be a thing. But I feel like a woman might do really well in this situation. And I'm very nervous. Who?
I have one. I don't know if you'll...
Who? We'll see. Go ahead.
Betty White. In her prime. You ever seen pictures of Betty White in her prime?
That's not her. That's a fake fucking picture.
Damn it! I don't know.
Yeah, you're Yeah,
what's she look like in her prime then?
I don't know. I'm young actress. Betty White, young actress. I'm looking right now. She looks alright.
Let me see.
So this is her. She looks good.
Yeah.
She looks good, but would you consider that her prime? No, you would not. You would consider her old age her prime. That was when she was prime.
Okay.
Marilyn Monroe.
Damn it. I was going to say that one too, but I was like, nah, that's too easy.
Marilyn Monroe was a beautiful woman. It was either her or Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
Audrey Hepburn was...
Reba.
Reba would win my heart any day. But I'm going to choose Marilyn Monroe. So we got Marilyn Monroe,
Tim Allen,
and Harrison Ford. And we're going to have to find someone to answer this later.
Yes, and we might have a special guest next time that could help us with that.
Hopefully. But for now, that's Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
What are you doing?
I was trying to get a beat going.
Yeah, I understand that, but don't tap it on the mic, you freak.
It's not on the mic. It was on the table the mic's on.
Oh, my God. This is how our night's going to end. So we'll just see you guys next week.
My night's going to end with a dab. You couldn't see it, but I did it.
He did do it. We're going to go now.
Dab.
Bye. Well, idiots, it's been real. And if you think you have any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaint, or just practical hate mail, find us on Facebook or Instagram. Peace, bitches!